Hello guys and welcome back to Zimmy's Film Club. Now you're wondering why you're here, eh?
Maybe.
Well, that's because I'm reviewing the Emoji Movie.
Okay.
A train wreck
Yes.
in pretty much every sense of the word. No, not every.
Yeah, there isn't like an actual train and it's not wrecked.
Yeah,
Yeah, but other than that,
pretty
train
bad.
Okay.
Do you want to know why I'm talking about it? Do you want to know why I've decided to watch it in the first place? Rewatch it, I mean? Well, that is because in my school we're going to see a play about Tourette's. My teacher said that today we're going to see a movie about has like the same subjects about accepting others. So I thought the Emoji Movie.
Yes. And then you decided to watch it again.
And what did I think of it? Well, let's find out. The story is pretty basic, and we've already seen it. Like, say,
In every movie ever.
yeah, like, there are three main characters travel from place to place to set off the plan the evil bad guy did.
And save the world.
Yeah.
Or in this case, the phone.
Yeah.
Nothing we haven't seen before.
It's pretty bland.
It's pretty bland.
But forget how it is as a movie. How is it as something like on Tourette's?
Okay.
Because that's why we're reviewing the movie. That's why we're talking about it.
How is it as an analogy?
Yeah.
Okay. So, how is it?
So like, in Tourette's is basically this, not disease, but symptom, where you make uncontrollable movements and noises.
Right. It's called tics.
However, in this film, instead of uncontrollable movements and noises, it's uncontrollable emotions.
Right.
And despite how stupid it sounds, it actually does fit, considering that these characters are literally living emojis.
Right.
And the film, for the most part, does a decent job of demonstrating it. Like, in the end, Gene uses his whole Tourette's thing to, like, save the world. Like, showing that people who have Tourette's can still have successful lives. Like, or whatever. And then Gene's dad reveals to Gene's mother that he's a malfunction. So I could reveal that it's okay to have Tourette's because there are other people who have it too.
Right. And it can even be an advantage, right?
Yeah. However, here is where many problems start to kick in. For starters, in the start of the film, Gene can't really control his emotions. He tries to control them, but he can't. And yet by the end of the film, he's in full control of his emotions. Oh, that's not what I call steady character development. If you're gonna try to make this story, a character should have the symptom throughout the whole thing.
Right. Okay. Yeah, you say it's not like miraculous healing thing.
Yeah, it shouldn't be. And then comes the fact that Gene's dad did not tell Gene that he has the symptom until the very end of the film.
Why didn't he?
Like, for example, when Gene go back into the Emoji Messenger app, Gene could have bumped into his dad, bumped into his dad, and then Dad told him that he had the same exact symptom. Oh, no. I have an idea. So, like, once he walks out of the cube, there's like short scene where there's no dialogue.
Mm-hmm.
It's just Gene's father confronting him and hugging him with tears running down his eye. Gene touches the tears, and then there's like a gasp, but there's no noise.
Okay.
He realizes that Gene has that his father has the symptom too. He too has a malfunction. Now that's a lot more effective, but even if Gene's dad just told him, it would have still been effective.
Right. That is true.
That, and when you do these type of stories, what is the main antagonist throughout most of these movies is like forgiving of the main hero, and this one just doesn't have that.
Mm-hmm.
So it really just doesn't work.
One of the many things that don't work in this movie. Yeah, but maybe Gene's dad was like ashamed of his syndrome, so that's why he didn't tell Gene about it. Right?
Yeah.
So he needs to come to terms with the fact that he's also different than the other emojis.
Some people say, and then let's go on. Some people say that the product placements are pointless.
Mm-hmm. You disagree?
Like with the Just Dance and the Candy Crush. But the Just Dance one actually kind of served a point.
I agree.
It's mentioned that Jailbreak is a princess later on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think the Just Dance scene was pretty relevant to the plot.
Yeah, it was vital to the plot.
Yeah.
The only problem is how they really paced it. Because even the Candy Crush scene could have served some purpose to the plot. If only they had removed the product placement entirely. Okay, so let's just do this. So Gene and the other emojis still walking the Just Dance.
Mm-hmm.
But instead of getting a whole tutorial,
Yeah.
So like Gene and Jailbreak just go into the Just Dance block while High Five just stands there.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of focusing on like the tutorial, we cut for something else for a few minutes and then cuts back to the Just Dance room where it's revealed that Jailbreak is a princess. Like cutting out all of the tutorial, all of the fact that like Jailbreak can't dance and she's really bad at dancing.
Okay. Yeah.
Just the major
You say it just
part.
It just adds noise. It doesn't like contribute
Yeah.
anything to the
And
plot.
by the end of the film, we'll have like a twist. Like a twist. Like G and Jailbreak discover something that really shocks them. Like G and Alex discover something that really shocks them. And in order to like recover from that, they go into the Candy Crush. You see, so into the Candy Crush app. But neither of them are Candy Crush or Just Dance. They're fake apps that are like Just Dance or Candy Crush, but are not Just Dance or Candy Crush.
Okay.
You see, it serves a purpose to the plot,
Right.
and no product
And no
placements
product
involved.
placement. Mm-hmm. Awesome.
And the film is just so painfully unfunny. Like, there are so many, like, I can't even count the amount of jokes with Patrick Stewart's poop.
Oh, yeah, they were really, really bad. I don't know how he did that. That was sad. Him and his like son or grandson. I don't know what it was, but no good.
Then we'll move on to, how does this film look? Well, I mean, the film doesn't look bad, at least I think so. But the characters are faces with legs and arms.
Yeah, they are. Well, being emojis, it's not.
The humans are decently well designed, competently designed, but it's just that the world around them is kind of bland, and the worlds are kind of like bland as well.
It is.
Except for this Matrix world that they go into, which is weird, like a bunch of numbers, like it was made of code.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and there was Spotify, like swimming.
For a second, right?
Yeah.
But really, they didn't go too much into
Oh
it.
yeah, Spotify too. That was completely pointless. YouTube was pointless too. So maybe we should have cut out like Spotify.
But the ka-ching. Exactly. Bling.
And the character animation is solid and all. So okay, the animation is not horrible.
Okay.
But still, it's lacking.
Yeah, leaves a lot to be desired. Okay.
The characters. So Gene is probably the most relatable character in all of this movie. He's the outcast, like, he doesn't really belong. But the only problem is, again, his character development feels completely wrong. Huh, that rhymes.
It does.
Like, how can you go from not controlling your emotions to in full charge of your emotions?
Well, apparently, if the movie is bad enough, you can. How about the other characters?
Then there's Jailbreak. Oh, I forgot to mention, in the opening of the movie, they said that emojis are the greatest tool of communication.
They do. Oh gosh.
And they didn't bring a good enough reason why. They didn't even bring a reason, really.
Yeah, they just stated as a fact.
Yeah, they just stated it.
Okay. Let's go back to Jailbreak.
Yeah.
We don't have
So
a lot to say
Jailbreak
about her.
is pretty much...
Yes.
So Jailbreak is pretty much a princess who turned rebel.
Yeah, well, she should be, but she's a non-character, so...
Yeah, I mean, princesses usually turn rebel, but not to this kind of extent. And the movie has many annoying jokes about, oh look, she's a princess. She's actually a princess. Look at her, crown princess. Oh yeah, and high five.
Oh, yeah.
Just the comic relief.
Yeah, and not very funny one at that.
Then come all the side characters. No, oh, we forgot Smiler.
Humans. Oh,
Smiler.
you like her?
No, I don't.
I hate her. Which might be a good thing, because, being a villain and all.
Yeah, but how is she not a really old emoji? I mean, in the film it states that she was the first emoji, and the emoticons in the film are all like old people.
Right.
So why is she not old? Why does she not have a colon?
I don't know. I don't like her.
Maybe she's a descendant of multiple emojis?
Maybe, but she said she's the original one.
Yeah, which is confusing.
Yes. Well, maybe because she's who she is, she managed to control like the way she looks, or...
No, they don't really go into that. Then come all the side characters, including the angel and devil, Poop, Fist
Junior.
Bump, and all the internet trolls and other characters living.
Yeah, it's hard.
They're all pretty forgettable. So are Jane's parents.
Yeah, they're me.
Yeah. it's not that all of the characters I hate, but none of the characters I would but there are some I hate, and they won't consider any of them good. The Emoji Movie is an absolute train wreck.
It is. I agree.
But
It doesn't get better when you watch it for the second time.
yeah,
I assume.
could it be better? If it was like with anything, yes.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Even if you have the most bottom of the barrel idea,
Yeah.
you can execute it in a decent way.
Mm-hmm. Good enough writing.
Yeah, like for example, right off the bat, kick this film off. Like, so there's still Alex, and there's still the main characters.
Okay.
But Alex, he uses emojis to communicate. So Alex has a pretty active social media page. So he posts a picture, and one girl of his likes his picture and sends him an emoji. So, and they end up forming a relationship with one another. But this girl, she's of foreign descent.
Okay.
She doesn't know what language they speak.
So they can
She
only
speaks a different language, and they can only speak in emojis.
Ooh, interesting. Very interesting concept.
Therefore, that would strengthen the first thing that the film says, that emojis are the greatest tools of communication of all time.
True.
And while they are not the greatest, they definitely are tools of communication, I guess.
Yeah. No doubt. And expression.
Okay, so Gene then tells us about Textopolis.
Mm-hmm. And the conflict is still there?
Yeah. So tells us about Textopolis and how everyone is forced to do one thing. Like the Christmas tree is still forced to be Christmassy. The devil emoji is still forced to be hellish. And cut out the poop emoji entirely.
Yes, I wish we could. Mm-hmm.
So then he finds. I'm trying to think.
Okay, but maybe.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. It's a very good start, but I think.
So then, afterwards. So then, afterwards, the same thing happens. Gene tries to send Alex a message. He gets really freaked out. And so he ends up, doing multiple motions or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And so Smiler gets really angry at him. And so Gene's parents go to settle it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Settle it, talk about it.
With Smiler?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So she's more like a therapist. But still, she starts out rather mean.
Yep.
During the course of the film, she says, if you're gonna make one more random noise, I'm gonna...
Okay, but we don't have time now to do the whole movie. So...
Then comes the end. So let's skip right to the twist.
Mm-hmm.
So when the emojis access the cloud, Smiler grows to learn about Gene.
Mm-hmm.
So they meet Jailbreak at a bar,
Okay.
and she tags along with the emojis because she doesn't care. She doesn't have anything better to do.
Okay.
And then, like, they enter the cloud, and it's so Jailbreak helps them along the way. So she calls for help.
Okay.
Like, for example,
Someone else
like-
comes to help them?
like a digital mail. Like, for example, like a digital mail curled up into an airplane so
Ooh.
that it will help the emojis instead of like just Twitter.
Okay. That's nice.
But meanwhile, Jailbreak goes out there and tries to sabotage the emojis. So she hacks the phone so that all emojis are like Jean.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
They have a new ability.
No, this is actually a bad thing.
But it can be good.
But
Okay.
so like they're all the same. All of them have the same.
Oh, all of them become this one emoji with the same
no,
abilities?
so it's never really decided what emoji is which.
Okay, I see the problem.
So Alex can't really send emojis anymore. But then Jean goes to tell everyone what you were doing is fine. Sure, you may have had one essential job, which is to fulfill a certain emotion. But each one of you were a different emotion. And each emotion was unique in some sort of way. Yeah, but so I've already mentioned before, so after they discover Jailbreak enters the cloud, they waste their time, they make their time easier by going through some mobile apps to calm themselves down. And then they reveal that Jean's dad has the thing, so it's okay to be like yourself because there are other people who have it. But if everyone were you, then the world would be
very boring.
Yeah. So
And
be
meaningless.
yourself and let other people be themselves.
Very good. I like that moral.
Yeah. And so Alex is still trying to delete his phone.
Okay.
Still trying to delete his phone. But then we can keep the ending, okay?
Okay.
As long as there's no emoji pop.
Okay. What's the emoji pop?
No, so they try to explain to Alex so the other emojis before Alex goes to delete his phone, his phone store is now really far away. They tell him what Jean told them.
They try to communicate with him.
Yeah, and so Jean understands and doesn't give up his phone. There.
Good.
It may not have been perfect, but it certainly is better than what we got. Story 1 out of 10. Animation 5 out of 10. Characters 2 out of 10. Overall 2.2 out of 10.
Okay.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys. Stay awesome.